Al Bernstein for the Boxing Channel with a preview of what should be a very interesting title unification match in the super bantamweight division, in which Nonito Donaire, the superstar in that division, defends his WBO title against Guillermo Rigondeaux, who has the WBA title. Now, this is an intriguing match, despite the fact that some fans see it as kind of a consolation prize. They were hoping to see Abner Mares take on Nonito Donaire at some point soon, but the Cold War between Top Rank and Golden Boy has made that fight impossible. But the fact is, this one is very interesting, and the fans in New York and the fans watching on HBO around the United States could be in store for a very intriguing fight. The 30-year-old Donaire has been at the top of his craft for some time. He burst on the scene when he beat Vic Darchinyan back in 2007 in a big upset to win the IBF flyweight title. And since then, as I said, he has moved up and won a number of weight division titles. He's a terrific boxer puncher with great power and a monstrous left hook that he has used in several of his fights to good effect. He is a fighter that some people believe needs a rival, and perhaps Rigondeaux will be just that person. As for the 32-year-old Rigondeaux, in just 11 fights, he is an undefeated pro. He is already a champion who has defended his title 4 times. He won the title back in 2010 against Ricardo Cordoba in a split decision. Not a great performance by him, but he's defended it 3 straight times. And now he looks to challenge himself against the man that many believe is the best in this weight division. Rigondeaux is a clever fighter. He is a left-hander who has lots of poise and clever moves honed in that 400-fight amateur career that he had, in which he won 2 gold medals. He is also a powerful puncher who has KOs against 8 of his opponents, and 1 was a body shot that dropped Rico Ramos. So Rigondeaux figures to be a test for Nonito Donaire. How much of a test? That brings us to the keys to victory. For Rigondeaux, going to the body is essential. He's a terrific body puncher, and in fact, Donaire has not been tested to the body in many of his fights, partially because it's hard to get in there and throw those body shots, getting past his long jab. Speaking of jabs, Rigondeaux can't be lazy with his right jab, because if he is, he will get nailed with a big counter left hook by Donaire, the kind he has used to knock out the likes of Vic Darchinyan and Fernando Montiel. And the straight left hand is Rigo's big power punch, and he needs to land it in this fight. For Donaire, establishing the jab is very important. Even though he's facing a lefty where it can be more difficult, it's important for him to throw this punch and throw it often. He needs to be patient, and that may be more difficult than it seems, because the last time he fought in New York, it wasn't an exciting fight. He did his best to try and make it so, but the fans and the press lambasted him for what turned out to be not a very exciting match. He can't afford to let that push him to take extra chances against Rigondeaux and lunge in, because Rigo will hit him with some counter punches. The big power punch for Nonito Donaire is the left hook. It's a spectacular shot that he used to knock out Vic Darchinyan and Fernando Montiel, and when he lands it right, very few fighters below 126 pounds can stand up to it. So Nonito Donaire, at age 30, still trying to push his way into that superstar status, hopes that a win over Rigondeaux will help him get there, as everybody tries to figure out how he can face Abner Mares, simply because that seems like it's the fight that has the most cachet. But make no mistake about it, Nonito Donaire is at the top of his craft. Just about everybody puts him in the top 2 or 3 in the world pound for pound. I certainly think he's in that group. Now, for Rigondeaux, this is a big step up. He's facing a big, powerful puncher, and Rigondeaux has himself been dropped as a pro. So we're going to have to pay attention to whether Donaire's power is simply too much for Rigondeaux. Well, we're going to have full post-fight coverage of this fight on the Boxing Channel, so be sure and check it out here. And also, you can see the fight on HBO in the United States.